Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Breakfast Club Newsmakers. And right here on Fayetteville Public Utilities Channel 6, I'm Don Counts, and with us today we have Miss Nettie Halcomb. She is with the track and field at Lincoln County High School. And Nettie just got through graduating this past weekend, and school is not over for you. Most people are out partying, having a good time, and
on the beach.
On the beach, all your friends down on the beach. And tell us about where you're heading.
Thursday I'm heading out to Memphis for the TSSAA State Track and Field Championship meet.
Wow. So you, as the Lincoln County Falcons have had a little bit of state championship in their blood with football, but this is going to be our first with the state?
Right.
Chance for actually winning.
Chance for winning.
Chance for winning. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, tell us what it took, what you did over the past year or years to get to where you're at going into the state.
Well, in the summer I started out with just long distance running and get ready for cross country in the fall, and we work up until about November, the first week in November. I might take a week or two to rest up, and then we start out for track and work more on speed workouts and a little bit more for the shorter distance running, and then work up till last of May.
So you run a lot.
Yeah, all year.
All year. Run, Forrest, run. That had to make you proud.
Yeah, that's what Mr. Stewart says. Run, Nettie, run.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, we're going to say one thing, that you're going to Memphis to represent the Lincoln County Falcons in the TSSAA State Championship. Now, one thing, you have done this before, right?
Right. I've done it twice before this.
Okay, now, your sophomore year, where was the state at?
It was out in Chattanooga at the Girls Preparatory School.
Okay, and then it was again last year?
Again last year.
Your junior year,
yes,
you
sir.
in Chattanooga again.
Yes.
Why did they move it to Memphis?
I think they just wanted to get a different feel, and Memphis said that they were wanting to host it, so they moved it out there for this year.
Well, they are a part of Tennessee, but it's a long way.
Long way out there.
For us media folks, it's hard for us all to get out there and support you, even though we do, and I know Lincoln County does. One thing about track and field, as we had an interview not too long ago with Britt Dye, our operations manager here at FPU, he talked about being in track and field, and now it's still going on, but one thing that Lincoln County High School, we don't have a track, so you have to do a lot of work.
On my own, just up and down the road.
Up and down. Well, I guess you go to Fayetteville Junior High.
Yeah, we go over there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, I guess we call it the 3,200 meter races. How many of those you ran?
We've probably had about 10 races this year.
And you won them?
Won all of them.
So that's what had you toward the state? Or?
Yes, sir. Well, to go to state, we have regions, and it consists of District 7 and 8. And we have everybody around here, Lincoln County, Columbia, Blackman, all the Murfreesboro schools, Riverdale, Oakland, all kinds of people in the Region 4. And then at regions, you have to make top 4 to head on to sections. And then sections brings in another region, and so there's 4 districts there, and the top 2 at sections go on to state.
So there's a lot of work going into this. Now, I know you are the only one of the track and field that's actually going to the state, but I'm sure you got a lot of other friends that you've been working with all year. So tell us a little bit about some of those people. I know that may be a tough question. I know you can't have to tell everybody about every one of them.
About on our team? Or
on your team.
Oh, well, we got an awesome team and I have a track, and with Coach Evans coming in this year, so we in the distance run, we have Jessica. She runs the races that I do, and for the
Jessica
Moran.
Moran, yeah. Dale Moran's daughter, right?
Right, and for the guys, we have a great 4x1 and a 4x2 team of Chance Bryson, Arrington Bryson, Zach Hartman, and Michael Edmondson.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and they went on to sections, but weren't quite able to make it in the top 2.
Sure.
But also with our guys' distance, they've been improving this past year. And for the girls, we have a younger team, mostly of 9th and 10th graders, so maybe in a couple of years we'll be bigger.
Well, how do you all practice? I know we're talking about you going to the state championship, but I thought we'd talk about the actual track and field for those who might want to support the track and field organization, which is a good thing. Tell us about who your coach is.
Our coach this year is Coach Lex Evans. He came in this year. Chuck Minert was our coach when I was in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, but he went on to help with his daughters, which I can totally understand because I know he wants to be with his family. So Coach Evans came in this year, And I say he's done a great job. It's kind of a thing that's hard to step into and kind of know what you're doing, but he's done great.
You said Lance Evans, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I know you to be as disciplined as you are to get as far as you've been. No matter what kind of coach you got, you have to have the self-discipline and the work ethic to actually produce that. So tell us about your work regimen every day, because I know you go to school and I know you're busy. I know you work at YT and I know you do all these other things. So what do? Wake up in the morning and go run?
Not quite a morning person. But yeah, I go to school, and then after school I'll go running. And I try to do it right then, because I know that if I do it then I'll have it done. But I know it takes dedication and being persistent at what you're doing, and you have to have a drive inside of you that you want to get as far as you want to. Cause I could go out there and run a little bit, but I guess it has to be inside yourself to go that far. That you have to have a certain, clock inside of you saying that you got to make it.
Okay, so you're going to the state and you're competing in 3 different events, and in my mind, I would consider it the 2 mile.
That's
the
right.
1 mile.
And the half mile.
And the half mile. That's easier for me.
Yeah.
I see 60, 3,200. I can't even count. I can't even have a clue what these are. So anyway, all my notes are telling me 3,200. 3,200 meter, 1,600 meter, and
800 meters.
800 meter. I don't believe that was left off my notes. But anyway, the 3,200 meter, let's say, for example, if you're training and you're out here working out every day, which one are you working toward? Are you working for the long race, the short race, or the shorter race?
Try to get in all 3, but probably more. I probably do more of the 2 mile workout until about the end, and then I start working more for the shorter race.
So let's say we're gonna run a mile. Okay, I can calculate this. What can you do a mile in?
5:24 is my fastest this year.
5:24. That's booking. What about, let's say, for example, people who might be listening on the radio or watching on TV who may participate in things like me, like a 5K run. That's a 3.1 mile?
3.1.
Okay. Do you run those?
Yes, sir.
And what kind of time can you do?
About 19 minutes.
19 minutes. Ooh, that's good. All right. So let's talk about what you did. And so you won the 3,200 meter races throughout the season and into the regionals, and now you're ready for the state. So that's why you're going to be this. You represent Lincoln County in 3,200.
Right.
Same thing with the 1,600 and 800, right?
Right.
All right. So let's talk about, has your times improved since the beginning of the year?
Yes, sir. For my 2 mile, I've dropped 8 seconds from my best time last year. And I did that at the Mid-State Rotary, where I got the Tullahoma track meet record.
That's in Tullahoma, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for the 16, I've dropped, I don't know how many seconds this year, maybe about 9 seconds for this year, but I haven't broke last year's time yet. But that'll come maybe on Thursday.
Hopefully.
And, yeah, and for my 800, I've dropped 6 seconds so far, so I feel like I've really improved on that one this year.
Well, since you've been running, will you be running with some of the girls that you competed against over the past year, or are these going to be new girls?
Most of them will be new. I know a few of them from cross country that I've raced with. Some of the girls from Houston, they're pretty tough.
Oh.
So I know I look forward to racing with them, but you know that they've been training just as hard as I have, so maybe it'll be my day.
So you do the cross country. Now, let's say, for instance, if I was doing the cross country, and I guess you have a stopwatch, and you're running, you have a feel as you get past a certain tree, you know that you're doing pretty well.
Right.
How do you do it in a circle? How do you keep up with your times?
About my first lap's always one of my quicker laps, of course. I know that I do my first lap in about 1:15 to 1:17. So after that, I try to keep it around a 1:27 or 1:28 pace to try to keep on, but I know sometimes it doesn't quite stay that time.
So you do the first lap in about 1:15. So then that gives you an idea whether to pick it up or slow it down.
Yeah, right.
So as you are going to do this on Thursday in Memphis, state championship, you're going to run the 3,200, the 1,600, and the 800 for us folks. That's the 2 mile, 1 mile, and half mile. You're going to do them all in the same day.
Right.
So that's a little tough. Are they going to be separated out? Or are they going to be close together?
Yeah, the 2 mile is at 9 o'clock in the morning. And they have the Division II, the Class AA, and then the Class AAA. So there's 3 events, but it's all girls. And the 2 miles at 9, and then we break, and the field events are during the afternoon. We come back at 5, and they start the first event, or the second event of the day for the running events. But then I'll probably run about 6 for the mile. So I have quite a bit of time to rest for that one, but maybe I'll probably have about an hour and a half between the mile and the half mile.
That's not enough time for me. About 2 days, what I would need.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt too bad.
Yeah, so after the 2 mile, the 2 mile is at 9 o'clock, what you said. And then what time is the 1 mile?
About 6 o'clock probably.
In the evening.
In the evening.
So then you have the 800 meter, which is the half mile when?
Probably about 7:30 or 8.
At night?
At night.
Okay. All right. Well, as you are working toward this, and we're all pulling for you to win the state championship, what will you bring home if you win?
Oh goodness, a state title. I
A
know, but more
is
than
it a trophy that we're gonna have to take the truck over? And come
now
home?
that everybody gets a medal,
Oh, okay.
and then the girls from Riverdale told me last week that if you win, you get a state championship ring. So I didn't know that. I said, hey, if I knew jewelry was involved, I would have been running faster.
Yeah. Well, so you're looking at your possibility. Do you have any idea? And I know it's tough. I know you have a tough. You never know how you're going to feel
Yeah.
on Thursday. You never know. But do you feel confident?
I feel pretty confident. I know that I've done everything I can. There's not much I can do between now and then. But I don't know. I just during the race, I want to try to think about like all the miles that I've put in, and
Sure.
try not to get distracted and thinking that my race is over. But try to keep focused the whole time and keep going because I know I've put in just as many miles as the other girls. So
Sure.
I feel like they deserve it, but so do I.
This state championship thing is going to be a media hyped event. Memphis is very proud to have it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I think Memphis would like to have the state football championship, but it always seems like it's in Nashville. But can you tell us about the opening ceremonies? I mean, I know there's going to be some pretty big deal and a lot of media there.
It's going to be a Olympic-like opening ceremony, and they're going to have all the teams that are represented from all the different schools across Tennessee, and they're going to walk in. They'll have the baseball and the softball, the guys soccer, the tennis, and the track and field there. So it's going to be a big deal.
Wow.
And they just march in and have 2 representatives from each school, and then the team will march behind them.
So you won't be the only young person there who's already graduated. Then there'll be a lot of people graduated.
Yeah, I hope some people, they'll probably be missing their graduation for
Sure.
Friday night and Saturday, but I don't know. I think I'd miss mine too.
Yeah, I think this is going to be more important. So as you look at that day, that's Wednesday night, the big opening ceremony. Are you going to be there for that?
Yes, sir.
You are going to be there for
Yes,
that.
sir.
Well, you'll be walking in,
Yes, sir.
and did you say Coach Thompson?
Coach Thompson and Coach Evans will be there.
They will be leading you in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well that's going to be really neat.
It's going to be something different, but something to look forward to.
Yeah, well I'm proud. We're really proud for you, and I know track and field is sort of like tiddlywinks in certain games. It's sort of a back burner of football and baseball. I know some people will say it's hard to get anybody interested in anything that don't have a ball in it.
Yeah.
But anyway, you don't have a
Sometimes.
ball in this, but you did say that there's going to be tennis out there and volleyball and things like that. But anyway, you are the one representing Lincoln County, so you'll be the only one walking in on this opening ceremony. So
Right.
we're very proud for
Oh, thank you.
Now, I know you're focused very hard on Thursday,
Yes.
and we're all going to be thinking about you and hoping the best
Thank
for you. What happens after this? Well, I mean, is your high school career over?
For high school, it's
It's done.
over, yeah.
No more.
Last race.
No more.
No more. I have 3 more races in my high school.
Okay.
And starting this summer, I'll start getting ready and training to go on to Chattanooga.
So you're going to go to school.
Right.
Are you going to go on scholarship?
Yes, sir. For the Lady Mocs, we're going to run cross country and indoor and outdoor track.
Now, this is in Chattanooga,
Right.
and it's Lady what?
The Lady Mocs.
Mocs, okay.
Yeah, for the university up there.
Wow. So
Yeah.
so you're going to get to run, and they're going to take care of your school,
Yeah.
and you just have to get up and run,
That's it.
do a good job.
Yeah, just running for it.
Are you competing against some big schools there?
Yeah, Chattanooga is a Division I school, so it's going to be pretty tough competition, but I'm ready for it.
That's good. Well, I'm proud they picked you.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
so
good
am I. Yes, sir.
Not too far away from the
Not
folks.
too far. I can come home.
That's right.
They'll have me.
Yeah, they'll have you. They'll have you. Well, so tell us a little bit about Chattanooga. What are you going to study there?
I know I'm going to study something with math and science. I really like higher level math. I'm not too sure maybe what division or what field I'm going to go into, but I guess I'll figure that out when I get there.
Yeah.
But maybe I might go into engineering, but I know it's a pretty tough course that I'm ready for.
You're not going to do communications?
Maybe communication. Come back here and work with you.
Yeah, Mary Beth needs
With Mary Beth.
You can assist Mary Beth because I assist her. But anyway, that's really good. Well, I'm really proud for you. So let's talk about after how long is this state championship thing going on after your Thursday?
And the guys track meet will be Friday, and the soccer and the baseball tournaments are going on Monday through Wednesday. So it's an all week
Friday
thing.
night it'll be
Friday
over.
night.
It'll be over. Is that when you will be presented whatever place you get?
They right after the races they go ahead and give out all the awards, and they have the tiers that you stand up on. So it's pretty neat because that's not any of the other races.
So you think this will be maybe possibly a televised event on some of the?
Yeah, probably for Memphis it might be. I'm not too sure, but
we'll have to try to get a tape of that and play it for Channel 6. And when you get back, we'll have to sit down and do this again. I know this was a big job for you to get cleaned up and get in here on today and on a rainy day, as we've had lots of rain. But I appreciate you coming in and talking to us, and maybe we can come in and talk about some of your experiences later over there.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be good news.
I hope it's great news.
So do I.
You're going to call me? I think you got my cell phone number now.
I'll call
you.
you.
Call me immediately. As soon as you cross the line, you call me. So we can get it on the radio and TV.
I'll be calling you the last stretch.
That's great. That's what I would need. I would need an earpiece for somebody hollering, going, go, faster, slower.
Yeah, it's hard to listen to everybody, but trying to do your best.
Well, we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, thank you very much for doing this.
And we wish you the best of luck. We've been talking with Nettie Halcomb. She is going to Memphis, leaving out Wednesday, and she's getting ready for the state championship representing Lincoln County High School Falcons, and we're very excited for her, and we wish you the absolute best.
Yes, thank you.
And speed,
Yes,
lots of speed.
Yeah, that's what I need. Thank you.
All right. Well, you take care, and we'll be seeing you in here next week to find out the details.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much.